Hello, welcome everybody to the video that will explain the Harper College Massage Therapy Program admissions process. My name is Jeremy Miller. I am the program coordinator for the Harper College Massage Therapy Program, and I will be your guide through this little video and then also the point of contact at the program for any questions or as you start into the admissions process. So let's just launch right in. Our quick agenda for this video will give you a really quick overview of the admissions process, just a one slide, sort of 30,000 foot view of what the admissions process looks like. Then we'll go through those admissions steps in a little bit more detail, and then finally provide you with the contact information both for myself and also one of the offices here on campus if you had questions about things like financial aid or in-district tuition or things like that. So the details here, the admissions requirements, the general admissions requirements, you have to be at least 18 years old to start the program at the very beginning. Before the first day of the introduction class, you have to be at least 18. The health requirements, we put this on here because many of the health career programs that are at Harper, and there's a lot of health career programs to choose from, many of those programs have different kind of health requirements that you have to meet in order to get admitted into the program. So vaccinations or a physical or different kinds of, they have to show proof that you have health insurance. For our program at massage therapy, vaccinations and all these other health requirements are encouraged but not required. So if you're not vaccinated, say for COVID or for influenza or any of those, we would encourage you to get those vaccinations, but it is not a requirement for the massage therapy program. The final general requirement is you have to have a criminal background check that is clear of specific violations. So if you have, we'll talk a little bit more about the criminal background check in just a minute, but if you have something in your criminal background that would show up on a background check, shoot me an email and we can talk about what that is and if that would affect your being able to get a massage therapy license from the state, which is really kind of the ultimate goal. You want to be able to, if you go through the program, you want to be able to work in the profession, and to work in the profession you have to be able to get a license, and having a background check that would clear the state's requirements for that is a necessary step. So we don't want you to go through the entire program and put all the time and money and energy into passing all the classes and doing all the work for that and then not be able to work as a massage therapist, right? So we have you do a background check at the beginning to make sure that there's sort of a preliminary level of clearance for that, so that you have a good shot at passing the state's background check when you finish the program. So if you have any questions about that, shoot me an email. The state has given us a list of specific violations that would sort of disqualify a person from getting a massage therapy license, and so we can take a look at that and see how that might fit into your specific situation. So again, the very first step of the admissions process is to become a Harper College student, and you would do that by enrolling at Harper with the online credit course application. So you do that application online, and that is right off of the Harper College website, which is harpercollege.edu. And this is different if you've taken classes through the continuing education, or what they now call the community education division of the college. This is a different application from that. But if you've ever taken credit granting classes at Harper, then you would not need to do this. So there is a fee involved. If you need to fill this application out, there is I think a $25 fee involved with this application. So I can give you a fee waiver code, and just shoot me an email and let me know that you've watched this video, and we can get you that waiver code to save you the application fee cost. Okay, so just the general admissions process, sort of the 30,000 foot view, is you're going to start off by submitting a Harper College application. So you got to be a Harper student to be in the Harper massage program. Right, so you're going to start off with a Harper College application. You'll submit a massage therapy program application, which is just a quick online form. Submit a photo ID that includes a date of birth, and we'll tell you what some examples of acceptable photo IDs would include here in just a minute. And then at that point, you would be able to upgrade your admission status to what we call conditional program acceptance. And with that, that would make you eligible then to register for one of the program orientation sessions. So we'll tell you about that in more detail here in just a moment. From there, you're going to work towards the full program acceptance. And to get that, you need to complete a criminal background check through our Harper College Police Station, or Harper College Police Department. Submit a high school or college transcript or diploma, and there's a couple of different ways to meet that criteria, which we'll talk about in detail here in a minute. And then finally, if you have taken courses at Harper in the past, you need to have a 2.0 GPA, grade point average, or higher. And if you don't, it's not a hard stop. We just need to take a couple extra steps. If your GPA from Harper specifically is below a 2.0 grade point average. But if you have that 2.0 grade point average, then you're good to go. If you have never taken credit classes at Harper before, then this one's already done. You don't need to worry about this step at all. So at that point, with all those steps completed, and once you have done the program orientation and completed that, then you would then be upgraded to the admission status of full program acceptance, where you'd be able to register for the first semester's worth of classes. So to talk about these in a little bit more detail, on the conditional program acceptance level, again, the first step is to complete a Harper, the second step is to complete the massage therapy program application, which is an online form. There's a link to this on our admissions process page of our website, or if you have the program admissions checklist off of our department webpage, that will give you a link that will take you right to that. If you don't have that checklist, I'd encourage you to send me an email. My email is going to be presented on the last slide of the presentation here. And I'm happy to send you that checklist. It's just a one-page sheet that kind of lays it all out and has clickable links to all of the online pieces that you can do, and that this massage program application is one of those web links. So for the photo ID requirement, what you're going to send in is if you have a driver's license or a state ID, could be a passport or a Illinois FOID card or a military ID, any of those. It just needs to have your photograph and your date of birth are the two requirements. And we use that to document that you are or will be at least 18 or older by the time the program has the first day of class. So again, it must show your photograph and your date of birth, and the acceptable forms of photo ID from our accreditor are listed here. Driver's license, state ID, a green card, military ID, a passport or passport card, Illinois FOID card, any of those will work and do the trick. So again, once you have those three steps in place, the Harper College application, the massage therapy program application, and the photo ID emailed in, that will lead then to conditional program acceptance, at which point you'll be able to register for the program orientation session that will fit your schedule. There are typically 3 orientation sessions that you can choose from, and you just have to pick one and attend one session. You don't have to attend all 3. But typically in the lead up to the fall semester, in our full-time program, we offer an orientation session typically in June, July, and August, just before the classes would start in August. So it sort of leads right into that. And then for the part-time program that starts in January, usually we do an orientation in October and one in November, and then we skip December and do one just before the program starts in January, do a third one there. So there's options to choose an orientation that will meet your schedule. We try to set up the orientation sessions sort of in the same time frame when your classes are going to be, right? So if it's the full-time program where the classes meet during the day, we set up the orientation session in that same kind of time frame. For the part-time program leading into that, then we set up the orientation session, in a kind of evening weekend kind of time frame so that people can take the orientation at the same time they'd be coming in for class once they are, fully started in the program. All right, so next we need to talk about the Harper criminal history background check. So this is the thing that we need to have you do, because when you graduate from the massage program, in order to get your license in Illinois and most other states, you're going to have to pass a fingerprint-based national background check. So we do at the front end, we do a Illinois-specific background check through the Harper Police Department. And the steps to getting your background check run are to, number one, get your Harper College student ID card. You get that through the theater box office, is the place where they actually make the ID cards. And if you email me, I will be happy to send you a campus map that shows you not only where the massage facilities are, but also where the ID card office and the police department are. So you get your ID card. You can come to the Harper Police Department office that's on campus and bring a regular photo ID plus your new Harper student ID and fill out the authorization form that they have there. And if you have a device that you can scan a QR code with, a phone or a tablet or something, and there's a little $20 fee that you have to pay to get your background check run. You pay that fee right there in the police department office and sign the authorization form that allows them to run your background check. And then you just wait for it to be run. And they say it can take up to 2 weeks. Typically, it goes faster than that. But what will happen is they will email me your name and say this person has cleared their background check. They don't actually send me your background information. They just send me your name and say this person has cleared their background check, and then I email you and let you know that that part is all done. Now, the disclaimer about this is our background check is not foolproof. So you know your background. You know if you've ever had criminal charges brought against you. And if you have had that in your background, please come and talk to me. I'm not going to make you feel bad about it. I'm going to we can talk about it and talk about what the charges were. And it's important to note you do not have to have been convicted of a crime. If charges were pressed against you, that can be enough to have that show up on your background check, even if you were not convicted, to have it show up on your background check. And if that's the case, the reason we do this up front at the beginning of the program, or before you even start the program, is because we don't want you to go through all the time and energy and money and everything of going through the program and then find out that you can't get a license at the end and all that work was for nothing. And so we do this background check at the beginning so that if there's something that you could do to maybe, get something, expunged off your record or whatever, even while you're in school, then, we can point you to resources to help you try to do that. But if there's a list of things, of crimes that the state has given us that says, if you've had this crime in your background, then this would be a hard no. But if the thing that you have in your background check isn't one of those things on the list, then there's a pretty good chance that even with that, you're probably going to be okay. Now, I'm not involved in the licensing board in any official way. I don't have any sway with the licensing board, so all I can give you is information. But we want to just let you know what's on the background check at the front end so that you can try to remedy that before you would go to apply for your license, so that you don't run into a problem, down the road. So that's the background check. There is also a requirement for people who have taken credit courses at Harper to have a grade point average, a GPA of 2.0 or above. Now, if you've never taken a class at Harper ever, for college credit specifically, then you can skip this step. So if this is the first time you've ever taken any classes at Harper, then you can skip over this step and you don't have to worry about it. But if you have taken classes at Harper, that's great. And we're glad that you're coming back. And you need to have a 2.0 grade point average or above. But if you don't, we can still, it's not a deal breaker. If you have taken classes for credit and you have a GPA over 2.0, then you're good to go. Then that step is done. But if your GPA from Harper specifically is below 2.0, then contact me, and there's a little step that we can take to kind of work around this, where basically you and I are going to sit down to make a plan for what you're going to do differently in our program versus what you've done in the past, where you haven't been quite as successful in your courses, so that you can be successful in the program here for the massage program. So what we would be doing is creating what we call a GPA action plan. It requires 2 meetings, 1 meeting with me and 1 with an academic advisor, and then we get you on the path. The final part of to get the full program acceptance is to get your transcript requirement met. So this could be a high school transcript if you went to high school here in the US. It could be a college transcript if you went to college here in the US. But the way that you can do this, if you've completed 60 credits or more at Harper, then you're good to go right off the bat. The record for that would be in our system. We have your transcript already, so you don't need to worry about you don't need to have Harper send Harper a transcript, right? So the 60 credits would be in the system, so you'd be able to skip this step if you've done that here at Harper. If you are a graduate of a high school here in the US or a college and you have easy access to your diploma, if you have it hanging on your wall at home or something, and you can just snap a picture of it, send me a picture of that diploma, either a high school diploma or a college diploma, for an associate's degree or higher, and that will meet this requirement. If you have college or university credit, 60 or more credits somewhere other than Harper, if you don't have easy access to your diploma that you can just snap a picture of, what you would need to do is have that college or those colleges send the transcripts to Harper to show that you've got 60 or more credits. It can be a combination. You could have 20 credits from one place and 40 credits from another, and as long as it adds up to 60, then you're good to go. The fastest way to get transcripts sent to Harper, whether it's high school or college, is an online transcript service called Parchment. And on the admissions checklist that we can send you, there's a link that'll take you right to it. But you can also just get to it through a search engine. Just type in Parchment, and they have a database of schools, again, either high school or college. And as long as the school shows up in their database, then you can get your transcript sent directly to Harper through that service, and it goes electronically, and it's super fast. If your school doesn't show up in the Parchment database, it just means that you can't do it electronically, and you just have to call the school, either the high school or the college, and ask them to send your transcript to Harper College. And sometimes there's a fee for it. Sometimes they have to have you fill out a form. Most times nowadays it's online, so it's pretty quick that way, but it's usually a pretty easy process. So if the highest level of education that you have is high school, it's totally fine. What we would need to do is get, if the high school was here in the US, we need to have them send either the official transcript to Harper. If you have, again, that diploma that you can send us a picture of, that would also meet the requirement. You could skip over all this transcript business. If you got your high school education through a GED program, or if you were homeschooled, or if you went to a high school that has since closed and is no longer in existence, for issues like that, contact me, and we have some alternative ways to meet this requirement to sort of get around this, because we understand, getting a transcript if you were homeschooled, for instance, could be tricky, and there's ways to do it, but certainly we have ways that we can make it work. Now, if the high school that you went to was outside of the U.S., what we need to have you do, instead of getting a transcript and having it translated and all of that, what we'd have you do instead is take the free Harper College ESL, or English as a Second Language, placement test. And as long as you place at level 4 or above, then that meets this requirement. So if you went to high school, or what would be the equivalent of a U.S. high school outside of the U.S., then you just take this placement test, this ESL placement test, and again, it's a free thing that you can do here on the Harper campus, and as long as you place at level 4 or above, then that meets this requirement. The final steps, once you've completed all the steps and gotten your your orientation under your belt, then you would have the level, you'd be at the level of what we call full program acceptance, and from there you would be eligible to enroll in the first semester of college courses. Now, all of this sounds hopefully not too intimidating, but it sounds like a lot, and there's a handful of steps, but in most cases you can knock all of these steps out of the entire admissions process within within a week, if you stay on top of it and stay motivated to get it all done. Sometimes even faster than that. So we've had people that have gotten it done in just a couple of days. So if you're motivated and you want to have this be your program, we would love to have you step into the admissions process with us. Certainly send me an email, and I'm happy to set up a tour with you if you'd like, and we can talk through any of these steps if you have any questions. And but otherwise, you're then ready to begin the program. You can start in the daytime program, what we call our full-time program that starts every fall, which is August, or you can start in the part-time program, which is sort of the evening weekend program that starts in the spring, or what is the spring semester, which starts in January for us here at Harper College. So for more information about the program and the massage therapy profession, I'd encourage you to watch the videos that are on the massage therapy overview videos that are on our program website. If you have specific questions about your situation or any of the things that we've talked about here, or any of the admissions process, reach out to me, and my contact information is here on the slide. My email is jmiller, M-I-L-L-E-R, and the number 4, so jmiller4 at Harper College, all is one word, .edu. My telephone number is here at the school is 847-925-6076. And if you have questions about financial aid, or whether you live in the Harper College district, your best bet is to call the Harper College one-stop office, and their information is reachable through the Harper College website, and their phone number is 847-925-6710. If you live outside of the Harper College district, there are some ways that we can help you qualify for in-district tuition rates, but for that, reach out to me, and I'll be happy to work with you to get that figured out. So thank you for watching. I hope you decide to apply to our program. I think we have a really solid program here at Harper, and I think you'll be really happy with it if you choose to come here for your massage therapy education. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.